with that Tom Crown flair. Yeah, chairman, he's the captain of the crew. Navigating through the markets, knowing what to do. Federal Reserve's in control, making moves. Keeping that money flowing so the economy can groove. Share power, making paper every hour. Share power, he got that money power. Data on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
What is up, crypto fam? How y'all doing today? Quite a spicy day. You've tuned into the only channel that's not going to clickbait you today. Bitcoin losing some ground here. All is not lost. Today, take a deep breath. Relax. If you're feeling panicked like we experienced not only in the pre-stream lobby but also in the Discord, take a breath. Go do something else. Get your mind off of it. This is always the best advice that I have. Never make a decision in a panic. Plan ahead. That's how trading is done correctly. Trading in the moment is typically emotional and typically losing trading. That's what we try to avoid here. So today I'm going to give you a calm, rational look at the Bitcoin chart. We're going to take a look at some other things as well. Today I'm going to just basically take the reins and look at what I want to look at. Got to deal with it. If you super chat, you got like a 50% chance of me actually looking at it. So save your monies if you got your heart set on something. We're going to be focusing on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is all of the attention right now. Everything going on, coming from the Corn Master itself. And man, we got a good amount of viewers here. Right on. Or right on, YouTube fam. Good to see you guys. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. I'm not going to be able to read it right now. I want to show you a few things that I kind of found on the chart. We're going to look for if Bitcoin continues selling, where will it go? I will start with, we have not actually broken the structure of the chart. All is not lost. And even if we do, it's really not that big of a deal. We have a lot of ground to the downside, potentially, to still be in perfectly fine condition for this bullish market, the bull run. I don't believe the bull run's over. I don't believe the top's in. Will we see a new all-time high this month? Maybe. We only got 13 days left. We have the halving coming up now. What is it? Coming up in 2 days, 3 days max. Whatever's happening right now, I do not expect to just continue through the halving. I'm actually kind of happy that we're seeing more downside here. I was getting a little worried as we were just ranging up at our all-time highs into the halving because I've speculated, shared with you guys, I think that that combination into the halving would have left or resulted in a sell-off post-halving, and I'd rather get it out of the way now. So let's jump into the chart, guys. Remember, it's okay. If you're feeling panicked, it's okay to feel that way. We all feel the same things. We just experience them differently. You're not alone. We're here for you. If you need a support group, join our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Maybe Josh will yell at you and say it's going to zero. It's not going to zero. Bitcoin never going to zero, guys. Be real. That's just FUD. So let's zoom out as we always do when we get a little freaked out. Let's start on the year. Look at the yearly. Does it look so bad? All this selling, all this doom. How's it look? This candle. Still up 43% on the year. We're only in the fourth month. Something that we should keep in mind is we are in April. April is the first month of the second quarter, and we do tend to see trends reverse locally when we kind of roll into the next quarter, the first month, and then we don't really get a great idea of how that quarterly will close until we get, I don't know, I'm going to say June, maybe late May, something like that. They do say sell in May and walk away, and that has actually not been the worst strategy over the years. We'll find out if that's still it. What's up, Mike Farley? How you doing, brother? Taking the scribe ginity, I like it. On the year, guys, we got like 43. Well, let me get the exact number for you. Today's a calm, rational approach. We've got 46K as our previous all-time high resistance. That's plenty of room. At this moment, that is 23% further down than where we are. From where we already fell about 20%, I think it's more like 16. Another 20% just brings us back to the previous all-time high. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. You can see the previous cycle, we did not actually move down there. And this was a number, if you were a Tom Crown watcher back in 2020 and 2019, we were looking for 13.8. Never came. Never came. Maybe we'll never actually see 45K. I don't think that's a great bet to make that we'll never see it. But we're far away. We're jumping the gun here. Let's go down to the quarter that we we're just talking about. Quarterly, you can see tiny volume. I got the acid tripping candles on here, and you can see tiny volume, thin candle, tiny volume. Lots of volume in Q1. Similar to Q1 of 23. Wow, that's actually kind of interesting. Very similar there. Lots of volume on the way up. So far, we're just into this, so there's still more time in this candle, but not that much volume. So we have increasing volume, increasing price. That's a good macro. That's a good setup. Really similar numbers here as well on the quarter. Let's just take all these. On the quarter, 58.8. Currently, we only have a low of 59.2. We haven't even broken that today, which is the weird part. A lot of emotions going on, and I think it's mostly due to just the sideways price action we've seen on Bitcoin over the last 3 weeks. Now, moving back down to the bottom of that range doesn't feel good. It feels like you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and then it just gets worse. But nothing has actually gotten worse yet. I'll take a first kind of canary in the coal mine signal. Under 58.8, under the quarterly resistance. Then I'll get a little bit more on the side of things don't look so good. Right now, we're very much in the realm of normal Bitcoin behavior. That's it. I know altcoins are doing bad. I know. Altcoins are getting smashed. But that's also just normal crypto cycle behavior, unfortunately. On the month, we get another value we're under that now, but we get another one. We have a lot of these horizontals here. I'm not going to leave this one, I don't think, on the chart. There's too many lined up there, but we are underneath it. It's basically March's open, 61-ish thousand. Currently at 60.4. We did trade down under 60 briefly today. It was recovered, and we are going to get there, I promise. We're just zooming in. We're calming it down. We're taking a breath. Controlling your emotions is the most important thing, in my experience, in my opinion, to successful trading. If you can't practice self-discipline, if you can't prevent yourself from making emotional trades, you ain't gonna make it. Might as well just start DCAing. Nothing wrong with that. And just invest for the long term, because the short term is not for you. Monthly, we have some moving averages all the way down at 31,000. This is what I was saying. We have so much room to the downside. Now, I don't want it to go to 31. We have no control over the market. But even 31,000 is just a back test of our previous resistance from last year's summer. Still not dangerous. I would say Bitcoin is only in trouble maybe if it trades below 25,000. I do not see that happening. Honestly, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again in the future. But I think that is a really rough call. All the bears are coming out of the woodwork today saying, I told you that it was going down from 12K and that they're still going down. This is what they're talking about. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. But let's let them have their moment. They need it. They need that euphoric moment. We had a little euphoria. They get a little euphoria. That's how it happens. So at the moment, on the month, 60.3, we're going to be battling through this throughout the stream. We'll see if the low is in today. I kind of think it is, at least intraday, but we'll find out as we go on and down to the lower time frames. This is the thing that I'm looking at for April, 61.1. We're below it right now, but we're still above. You zoom in here, we're still above March's low. That's what I was saying, 59.2. This breaks, and I will understand why some people are panicking. I don't really understand why people are panicking right now. We came close. Too close for comfort, 59.6. But we still are holding March's low. As we zoom in, you'll see what I'm talking about. So nice and slow, let's go to the week. There we are. These weekly candles don't look great, I'll admit to you. Not a great weekly candle setup. We do have the halving and 4 more days and 8 hours to go in this weekly. We had a double bottom at 60.9. And I said to you guys, we've been live so much in the last week. I don't trust double bottoms. I don't trust double tops in crypto. It's just like flags. I don't trust bull flags or bear flags. They just don't seem to play out in crypto the way they're supposed to, air quotes. Definitely not great, but 20 weekly, sitting right here at 53.4. our order block on the week right here. Potential support if we see a further sell-off. Now, I said the first signal, but I'll repeat it because I know people are coming in. Oh, I didn't even start the freaking vertical stream. Whoops. That's okay. I'll start it up. People are coming in. 59.2 right here. This was the sell-off. Early March. Before moving to a new all-time high. We're still above it. As ugly as these candles are, we're still above it. Now, what would make this not look bad? If this week closed not as this giant-bodied red candle. Closer to 65.8. And this all of a sudden doesn't look terrible. If we got a little green, it might even look like a beautiful hammer. But we'll find out. Sitting below us, yeah, the 20 weekly right there around the order block, extra confluence for a potential bounce spot. So I think it was the day. Let's go to the day. This is where, if you're tuning in now, you tuned in at the right time. This is where the alpha is. This is what I planned before. That's way too much on the screen, fam. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this channel for a second. Here we are. Very close. Very, very close to March 5th sell-off. Not there. If we trade below there, we're going to start wondering or looking lower. But for the moment, we're still just holding the structure. As ugly as this structure is. Now you can see above price right now, the 50 and 20 daily moving averages. We're directly below. We have this nasty red candle. This is not beautiful looking. It is looking like a bearish cross of these moving averages. I'll agree, but I have something that you should probably look at before you decide what that means. If we go back, not even that far, let's just go back. Let's go back to I'll say the start of this run. The start of this run was arguably November of 22, but I'll say January of 23 to make it easy. If you watch these moving averages, you'll notice something pretty interesting here. Let's start from early 21. On our rally off the bear market bottom, we retraced from 25 to 19.5, we'll say. This is where the U.S. government sold a section of their 𝐶 Silk Road Bitcoin. That's why I don't think it'll ever trade below there. I don't think it'll ever trade below where the government sells Bitcoin. Just not Bitcoin's behavior. Anyway, more importantly, look at these moving averages. The 20 and 50 directly above price as it sold off. It actually doesn't even look, it actually looks pretty similar, to be honest. Directly above price. What did that mark? That marked the swing low of that quarter. Kind of interesting it was in March, but it marked the swing low. We quickly rallied back up. We entered into the 3-month sideways phase. Now, this is, in my opinion, the worst case scenario for Bitcoin. I don't know, over the next few months, let's say next 5 months. The worst case is I think we see something like this. Maybe we just don't have much upside or downside price action. We stay in a range that we probably have not painted yet. That range is probably not known at this moment, but will be. And we just get boring. This would be very typical behavior for Bitcoin. If you look back, I don't even know, the entire time I've ever watched the chart, summers for some reason just don't tend to do anything. I've never taken advantage of that. I should probably plan some vacations, but this is what I think the worst case is. So sideways, 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 right? Where's the next example? ETF sell-off. This was our last significant retracement or sell-off. Right here, what happened? These two moving averages. Now, these two moving averages aren't magic or something. I'm not trying to sell you that. I'm trying to sell you this setup rhymes. It rhymes with all of the major swings that we've had on the way up so far. January 24th, right here, we got the same cross. Where was price? Really the same condition. It had been falling into the cross, and directly above, we had big red and then a lower wick. If you remember, that's the exact same thing. This candle was just red. What happened then? Price moved up. Whoop. So here we are. Right here, underneath the cross, which is virtually guaranteed to happen at this point, even if, I don't know, even if today closes like way high, I don't know, like 70K, which I don't think anyone really sees coming today, that would still end up crossing probably maybe just a little kiss. The 20 would touch the 50 and move up. But there it is. This is the exact same thing. There's no guarantee that it's going to play out the same way, but this is an argument to hope just kind of calm you down. Take some of these emotions out of it. Lean back on rationality. Lean back on that robotic trading behavior that's led us to success. There are plenty of reasons to not be freaked out right now. I wish I could guarantee you that Bitcoin wasn't going to go lower. If I look at this chart above me, it does not look good. Can't guarantee it won't go lower, but I can guarantee that it's going to be okay. If you're feeling pain right now, you're likely over leveraged or overexposed, and that's going to be your task. That's going to be your homework. That's going to be your success work, is to figure out how you can change that, because this isn't going to be the last sell-off. The higher we go, the bigger these sell-offs will get. They'll get scarier. They'll feel more real. It's not over. Do everything in your power to fight, to combat, we'll say, those feelings. So reduce risk, reduce leverage, reduce exposure. It doesn't matter. Everyone's situation is going to be different. But if you're feeling pain, I have a hunch that you have too much altcoin. Too many altcoin, not enough Bitcoin. From its high, Bitcoin is only down, well, that's actually more than I thought, but still not a lot. 18%. I thought it was only 16. 18.8. 2 March's low is 19.7. Not even 20%, man. 20% retracement in a bull rally is peanuts. It's nothing. We're going to see bigger ones. Figure it out. That's how you'll be successful. You can watch all the trading videos ever. And in fact, you should watch our amazingly crafted educational trading videos. They're free in a playlist after the stream. You can learn all of that, and that's great, and that's going to help you. But the biggest contribution that trading and TA can bring you in this space is a lens to look rationally at price action. Because we default to emotional. We got to go to the logical. The emotional is always the liquidity in the market. That's why I don't really believe in bot trading. That I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's like the magic cure. But the one thing that it is it's emotionless. And it probably can outperform people simply just based on that. Let's see. I had a few more cool things I wanted to show you. So let's look. I know we can appease this. Bitcoin's now at 60,000. I'm actually going to zoom in really fast and just kind of see what this looks like. Just update myself here. By the way, great time to shill myself, guys. No matter what platform you're on, could you please smash that follow, subscribe, whatever, tap the screen, hit the like button, hype it up a little bit. This is the content people need today. Every other channel is clickbait, Bitcoin's going to zero, it's all over, blah, blah. None of that's true. They just want your clicks. And I admit, I want your clicks too, but today is not the day to do that. I've chosen specifically not to go that avenue. So if you could just add a little engagement back, give a little love, get down tonight, you know the deal. I appreciate it. I see all those people over on TikTok. Short-term bearish. I mean, I don't know how you'd argue this is short-term bullish right now. So probably, yeah. 1 minute. I just want to see this quick. Still rolling over. Still ugly. We streamed yesterday and it was like, this is not looking good. And yeah, we're still moving down. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to set more alerts. That'll do. That'll do. All right. I was on the day. We're doing our rational, calm run through here. So let's look at the chart. If we lose 59.2, which we have not, but if we do, where's the rational place to look? Why does this not line up? Oh, I know why. Where's the rational place to look? We always do the same analysis because repetition is the key to mastery, in my opinion. Our 618 retracement of just our move from the ETF low to our all-time high. Our 618 sits just under 50K. If we're looking for a scary, painful price point, 50K is it. What's up, man? You should dread this. I don't dread it, but I welcome you, my friend. Thanks for subscribing. Where should we look? We should look for the 618, 50K. That is the pain point. It was supposed to be the pain point on the way up. You guys remember I was definitely looking for a retracement at 48 for, I don't know, 2 years. Because it's the spooky number. It's the number people pay attention to. Trading below 50K, I believe, is where new retail or new people, new investors will feel the most pain. I think that's logical. If you disagree, what number do you feel And you're probably more connected to this than I am. I won't feel any pain at 50K. I'll be bummed because it won't be crazy exciting and bullish like I always am. But what number will scare you? Because Bitcoin has a habit of moving to those numbers. That's why I often talk about pick a price that will scare you on the Bitcoin chart, whatever that is, and set a limit buy order there. It's not financial advice. This is what I do. I'm sharing what I do. That way, if that price comes, you have something to kind of fight that negative feeling. You just filled really like way lower than you'd ever think would happen, right? You just got an awesome buy order. That's served me really well actually through the years. And I'll tell you, I have set orders that have sat for a year, 2 years, only to have them fill in totally unexpected manners. And they've been some of the best entries I've ever had. It's a good challenge. What's up, Business Master? My guy, good to see you. Did this other stream go? Is this live? No. Okay, I guess all of that was missed by the vertical stream. I hate the way YouTube does this. That's fine. Welcome. You've missed a lot. You should join us on the mainstream. So whatever number that is, that's probably good. It's probably good research, DD. Using our fib tool, like I said, from the ETF low to our high, we look to the 5.5 and the 618 Fibonacci retracements. That gives us, like I said, just under 50, our 0.5 just above 53, and most importantly to me, right at that weekly order block. This is a area, a zone, that we would expect to find support. If that doesn't hold, what do we have? We have the 46.2 from earlier. I think 42.4 is actually, is that the quarterly? I missed this. I did too much homework today. Yeah. There we go. We always have 58.8, but that's right there. 46, beautiful number, 46.3. The bottom of the quarterly candle. So here is where I actually will feel some pain because it means stuff's going to be crappy for a while. 42.3 for me. A bearish engulf on the quarterly would do it for me. I would be not so happy. Not so happy, but we could still even test that and move up. I don't think that that's super likely. We did have something like that back here, but that was a bull market top. So we're gonna pray that doesn't happen. What's up, 𝐬𝐷? What's up, my guy? Good to see you. We're going over some calm, rational, chillin' Bitcoin analysis. There we are. There. Ooh. Got lost in my own. I prepared too much. I shouldn't have prepared so much. I just figured you guys needed something. Something else we could use. Throwing away all the analysis we just did. Bull market support band. A lot of people are a fan of this. I think there's some merit to it. We have not tested it since we broke October 23. So we're coming up on quite some time now. We have not tested it. Even the ETF sell-off did not bring us to it. At the moment, this sits roughly near that weekly order block. This area has a lot of confluence. We have a fib retracement. We have a structural support built there, order block. We have this bull market support band, I believe. On top of that, what else is there? 20 weekly. Yep, said that earlier. I think it's on the day. We'll have more. We have a lot here. There's a lot of reasons to think there might be buyers at that level. Would you be interested in buying at 50K? Would you be interested in buying 54K? These questions sound silly, but they're actually very meaningful. The answers to them are meaningful. If there are prices you'd say, no, I won't buy because it's too scary because it went down, that's probably where it's going. Oh yeah, this was it. On the ETF sell-off, we looked at the 20 and 50. If you missed that, you should go back and watch it. That was like some of the best stuff today. On the ETF sell-off, which we are arguing is similar to what we're seeing now, we got the same bearish cross above us. Where did price go? Right to the 100 daily where it found support. So this gives us somewhere else to look. Are we looking for the same pattern? That would just barely breach our lows. That would be maybe the perfect example of liquidity sweep. Price moving down, touching just below the range lows, and then being bought up again. If we move sideways, probably take a week or two, if we move sideways for a week or two, this 100 will come up and it will meet these horizontals at 58.8 and 59.2. If we do manage to have that happen, that will be further confluence of these levels of support. But that's not all. If we use our fib tool in the opposite direction. So remember, right here is the 5.5 to 618 retracement of this full move. If we use our fib tool to connect our range low to our range high, on a break of our range low, we look to the 618, to the 1618, and the 2 measured move. The 1618 gives us 51.6 or 51.7, and that's right in this block. There's a lot. There's a lot pointing there. The only thing that isn't pointing down or to these numbers is we haven't freaking broke the structure, guys. There's no structure break. This could happen today, sure. We could break 59.2 today. Then we reevaluate. Honestly, I would say 58.8. 59.2. Yeah, 58.8. Then we'll reevaluate. But we haven't even broken it. We haven't gone anywhere. This is kind of like a sentiment divergence. That's why I wanted to make this a very specific episode about chillin' and mindset. Because I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. And it's okay to feel that way. You just got to remind yourself of reality. What's going on in reality? I'm not pulling your leg. I'm not pranking you. I'm not saying this looks great. This looks not great. But nothing really has happened. No matter how you take this trend line from the lows, it's like visibly rejected, right? So we would be expecting further downside on a low time frame. Got the 12-hour pulled up here. We got our targets. I'll say 58.8 is where I'm looking. 51.7, I think this is the area. And if you're more bearish than that, you got your targets underneath you. Things get weird down here, but we're not there yet. I actually just noticed something that I want to do live, actually. Let's see this. Who remembers this channel back here? Let's see where that channel's at. I have not done this pre-stream, so hopefully this isn't... hopefully this doesn't like go against everything I'm saying. Let's check it. There we go. Okay. That might not be perfect. Let's see. Like that touch. Touch not quite. That looks better. All right. I guess that's just more confluence. Bottom of this channel. So this is a big assumption that this channel is even in play still. But bottom of this channel right now, guess where it is? Right here. One thing that also drives me to 51 is I cannot open YouTube or Twitter without seeing 57, 58K. All over Twitter. It was in thumbnails and stuff today. Like, too many people are looking at it. Bitcoin is shy. What's up? 𝐂𝐴 𝐕𝐴NC𝐶. That's a weird name. I like it, man. Get weird. I can't open anything without seeing these numbers, and Bitcoin is shy. It does not like to do what's expected of it, and it virtually never does what everyone thinks is about to happen. If you remember back to November of 22, it was the worst thing ever. Everyone was scared. Everyone said 10K, lower, 0. Didn't go down again because virtually everyone was calling for lower. I mean, we weren't, but virtually everyone was calling for lower. The more people on one side of the trade, the less likely Bitcoin is to go there. That's an easy peasy. That is an easy peasy call. Let's see. Nothing good. 6 hour, what do you look like? 6 hours is one of the only time frames that has green money flow. This RSI, Stotch RSI thing is giving me a headache. I'm going to split them up again. There we go. There it is. Actually, speaking of that, let's look at these Stotches on the day. Rejection. I'm actually going to go back up in time frames for a second. Typically, we do a top-down analysis because it's just the best way to do it. What's up, Nicholas O'Brien? Nice Irish name. Welcome, friend. Irish myself. I don't know if you can see my red beard. It's more in the sun. We're going to go back down, or back up in time frames just for a minute. 3-day had such an interesting setup, man. What's up, Mr. K, my guy? Such an interesting setup. This 65.5. We had the double daily close bottom, we'll call it. Back to the range high. Basically had the same double top close, which brought price down. It was like 2.5 days ago. On the 12th, I think. Sold down low to our range again, but then closed above this. Closed above this double bottom. 65.3. We have 7 hours left. The craziest shit that could happen right now would be if we see in 7 hours it close back above 65.6. Kind of just entertain that idea for a second. Can't guarantee it's going to happen, but entertain the idea for a second. How quickly would sentiment flip? How different would you feel if 7 hours from now is at 66K? If that closed back above here on the 3-day, just green or even like a doji, this whole chart would look good again. And people would be like, oh, we're going to the moon. That's how fast things can change. And in the last 3-day candle, that's pretty much what happened. I moved it over so you can't see the current one. That's pretty much what happened. It traded below this range, closed back above. That would be wild. Nothing going on here. All the stotches are down. All the stotch days are down. Stotch days are over, man. Yeah. Hold up. Weekly is down. Cool. Where was I? Let's see. This looked like crap. We dumped. This is not the move. It's not the move I was waiting for. We had lower highs, multiple tests of support. Downside was the obvious choice. Moved down, but look, it barely even moved. How's this volume? It's some big volume on the hours. It's not bad. We just opened a new one. That means it's 103. We've been live for 30 minutes. Right on. Right on. We're gonna do some low time frame stuff too. We're gonna look at the dollar. We're gonna look at S&P 500 quick indices. I got something I want to show you that I think might be a good indicator. So stay tuned. We're still live, baby. We're just starting up. What I didn't do, I don't believe, is shout out our sponsor, 𝐂𝐴LGO. TomCrown.io/𝐂𝐴LGO. 1 month risk-free trial if you use my link. It's good stuff. Join our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. Stay up to date with the fam. And I don't know, I guess that's it, right? I gotta find more stuff to shill. I gotta find more stuff. I'm just kidding. No. Maybe someday I'll really want to make money doing this, but not yet. All right, the dollar. This thing has been a thorn in our side as it has been ripping. Today, finally seeing a little reprieve from that rip, which is an odd setup. Odd setup. Dollar was rocketing, Bitcoin was selling off. That adds up. Today, dollar taking a break on Wednesday, and Bitcoin somehow moving down. To me, that means or suggests that no correlation. They're kind of independently moving. Dollar has made it back near its high of October of last year. Nice, seeing a wick on this candle. 2 days and 6 hours, man. If the dollar closes below 106, that's going to look like a rejection. It's going to look like a move back to 104.5. If that does happen, that could line up pretty well. I would look for like this. Line up pretty well with both stocks, crypto, and I think gold even bouncing. That could line up well, maybe next week. Coming up. Dollar does look good though. Really praying for a weak close on the dollar this week. If it gets a strong close, this doesn't look good. If it gets a strong close, it looks like it wants to move back to its 22 highs, or at least close. All right. Not going to get much more out of it. Does look strong though. Hate to see it. No surprise, everything else is selling off. Let's look at the S&P here just to dabble in the indices, because charts are charts, baby. Charts are charts. Where did that go? Yeah. There it is. Back when everyone was panicking. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember 22, 23, 24? How many people told you we're going, dude, there's no bounce. It's going down forever. Look at the macro. Look at the economy. Blah, blah, blah. The herd is always wrong. They're just always wrong. Looking at July down to November, that brought us to our measured move target on the S&P 500. We were looking for 51.72. Managed to hit 52.62, something like that. At the moment, with this sell-off, kind of similar to Bitcoin in ways. I don't see a sign of it stopping yet. Here's what I'm looking for. 4,800, back to the previous all-time high. Resistance, break, support, move. That would likely line up with Bitcoin if we see like a further sell-off and then a bounce. There's also more confluence here. A lot of things looking at this value. This is going to get a little busy. In fact, I'll just remove this to make it less busy. There it is. From November low to high, our 382. So a pretty shallow retracement points directly back to that previous all-time high as a retracement target. On the week, if you take the full retracement from September 22's low all the way up to our recent all-time high, that's just the 236. So what that suggests is on a macro time frame, even though stocks have been selling off now for 3 weeks, they have not even begun retracing on the macro. Once they hit 4,800, the previous all-time high, they have hit the 236, and that's when we say it's begun retracing. So really at this point, it's just like profit taking. It's not even like a retracement. Pretty much everything I'm looking at points to 4,800. No idea if it will hold, but that's what I'm looking for. Somehow our stock analysis seems like better than our Bitcoin analysis. Speaking of Bitcoin analysis, let's update on Bitcoin dominance, though I don't think that there is actually much to update on. I don't think that there's much. Dominance hit its high the other day. Chilling here. Looking for a close. I guess this is kind of interesting. On the month, if dominance doesn't hold this 55-ish numbers, it may end up closing back below our 8-year trend. This got very spicy. That breakout got very spicy. I know it hurt your wallets, but closing low again. If we move under 55% and close April out, it could start looking like this, which would be very odd. I don't know. That would be odd to me. It's not something I really think will happen, but it could. To maybe console some of you in your altcoin positions that are overexposed and freaking out. This did happen at the start of the previous bull cycle. We saw dominance break its range high, similar to how it did here, kind of blow off top and fall, and that brought on not only the bull run, but the real alt season. We have not seen an alt season. We have not seen alt love since November of 22. Bitcoin has only taken up more of the total crypto market cap, and that has been punishing for alts. If we look for this to repeat, logically, we look for a move up. We don't know where that'll top out. 60% has been our target for a long time, mostly just because it's a beautifully clean retracement right there. Our 618, beautiful. Somewhere around there is probably, I think, is logical. Whenever it does, whenever it tops out, starts moving down, that will be the signal that alts not only are on sale, but are likely to appreciate quickly along with the rest of the market. So this is what I'm looking for. A continued move up, provided April doesn't lose this 55% mark, and then I move back down. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we will get another higher low on dominance? Or do you think we'll get a lower low on dominance? Honestly, I thought we were going to get a lower low on dominance in the previous cycle. This didn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. That's how it ended up. If you think we're going to get a higher low again, that probably suggests you think we're going to get a lower low again. And why do you paint a giant bear flag on dominance? I don't know. Those are my thoughts. This is the weird chart I wanted to show you. So these are all the ETFs for Bitcoin. I have not been watching them. I admit, I have slacked. There's a lot of charts to watch, man. I have not been watching them. Here are 8 of them in front of us, and what we're going to see is virtually the same price action. Some have some weird wicks, but it's all the same. I think it's time to start looking at them again. What we're going to look for is differences between them and the Bitcoin price. So let's just pull up Bitwise, BitB. It sounds like a S coin, doesn't it? Very similar to Bitcoin since the start of its launch. You can see this was the pre-ETF high down to the ETF low, the rocket up. Actually, did these get the same percent gains? 90%. Let's see. 90%. Yeah, they are mirroring. Cool. They are pretty much mirroring. But what I'm watching for, and I'm going to set alerts now while we're live so you can watch. There it is. I actually thought it'd be lower. I'm watching to see if these ETFs intraday break that March low before spot BTC. I think we will see a lot of stops hit, a lot of liquidity on the table with just a small move lower. Maybe we've already gotten it. Let's see if that volume is big. No. That's weird. I did not expect this, so I'm going to have to kind of wing it. It's weird. Look at this volume. We're using the LSD trippy candles, and the wider the candle, the more volume. This is odd. Bitcoin losing price and losing volume. Now we're all the way here. Still low volume. We didn't breach that low, so I wouldn't expect crazy amounts. But I also didn't expect this little trickle. This is like a little pee, like peeing on your leg or something. This is nothing. Decreasing price, decreasing volume. Weird. Alert set. If that alert goes off, we see a sell-off below, and there's big volume, maybe a wick, close back above it for the day. I think the sell-off's over. I think the ETFs may give us kind of an insight. To my knowledge, none of them have broken that low yet. I don't think they've all tested as cleanly as BitB. Let me see quick. Just not going to work. There it is. Nah, they're all right there. Few of them a little bit off. There's some deviation. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine as to why. Fees, management, accessibility, I don't know. They're all right there. That's basically what I'm watching. We've gone through a bunch today already. Wow. Gone through a bunch today. Good stuff. Just like not taking super chats, not looking at every crap coin. Sorry guys, I know you love them. It's amazing how much more you can get through. Amazing. Dixie, S&P, dominance, ETFs, Bitcoin. I know a lot of people tuned in, didn't watch the beginning. Highly recommend you watch the beginning of this stream after the live. We did a full in-depth analysis, high time frame. A lot of emotional coaching, which sounds silly, but trust me, you need it if you're new to trading or crypto. This is kind of what I'm looking at. So far, nothing has happened. Neither ETFs nor spot Bitcoin have broken their March low. It'd be interesting if maybe we see some perpetual exchanges have done that. But neither are broken. Nothing has happened yet. 59.2 on Coinbase is that number. And we have reason to believe that there is some support at 58.8, and then reasons all over the place to believe there is some down here at 50. I think if we sell off, which I'm not convinced of yet, that we're going much lower. I think 49, like just under that psychological 50K mark, is the play. Of course, it's not financial advice. Everyone has to do what's best for them. I was saying earlier in the stream, if you're feeling panicked, you're likely overexposed or over leveraged. And now is your time to figure that out. Whether you need to reduce leverage or not use it at all, not a bad way to go about it, more successful. Or maybe not have as much position in alts that are much more volatile, less liquid. You need to figure that out. If you can get a rein on that, you will do worlds better in this space. Emotions are your number one enemy. Somehow, some way, Bitcoin always finds that price that hurts, and it twists that fork, man. It just makes you pay for it. This is not going to be an easy ride. I think the low's in for today. We could go lower. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again in the future. But either way, this isn't going to be the scariest time. We had people freaking out about World War III last week, and Bitcoin hasn't even broken its March low. Think about it. Try to divorce yourself from these feelings. Go for a run, go to the gym, go talk to a girl, play with a dog, go swimming. I don't know, anything. Get your mind off of it. Do something else today. If you're panicking, get yourself away from that keyboard. After you do that, if you're feeling the same way when you come back, I don't know, in a few hours, make that decision, right? You got to do what's right for you. Ignore what everyone else says. They're wrong. Only you know you. And that's the most important part of all of crypto, man. All of it. That is my secret alpha. That is my best, most alpha. I don't know, man. Just everything. All of it. Control yourself and you will win. Don't control yourself and you're going to lose. That's how it is, man. If you could, make sure you subscribed. Join the Discord. Smash the like. Tap the screen. You know the deal, guys. We've been live every day this week. We'll probably be live tomorrow because I apparently can't stop. I'm keeping it brief. I love you, fam. It's going to be okay. If you're freaked out, join our Discord. Come chat. Other people are freaked out. We're there. We're chilling. I'll see you cats soon. Crown out.